ERC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is the Weather Xtreme video for Saturday, March the 21st, 2009. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and thanks for tuning in. Let's get right to some Skycam images, and some beautiful ones at that. Here's the look over Red Mountain from the Compass Bank building downtown, and certainly a beautiful sky this morning. And a look at the river up at Decatur as we look at the northern Alabama Skycam. And then let's come back to central Alabama, and this is Gadsden, another beautiful view of some cirrus off in the eastern sky. No fronts of any significance. Looks like a little bit of a wedge developing, but it doesn't look like that's going to have a significant impact on weather in Alabama, maybe for northern Georgia and the Carolinas, but not for us. In the upper atmosphere, we're coming under a bit of a ridge with a little bit of a northwesterly flow, which has dropped temperatures back just a little bit. But as you can see from the temperature map, even this morning, temperatures are rather mild as warmth is coming under that ridge out in Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. And across central Alabama, we've got quite a range of temperatures with readings generally in the upper 30s and lower 40s, although I notice Birmingham is kind of warm at 48 there as we're getting a little bit of an easterly flow. And generally, for the most part, I think most of us are waking up in the 30s this morning, which is kind of the coolest temperatures we've had in several weeks. As a matter of fact, about 17 days, according to my calculations. A little bit of rain off to our north, but nothing that's going to disturb us. And the QPF is keeping things wet off to our west. And any of that rain you see is not until later in the week. So it looks like the weekend's going to be beautiful. Storm Prediction Center is out looking for day 4, which is Tuesday. Possibility of severe weather, and we're going to be watching the end of the week system. All right, let's get to the 06Z GFS model run. And you can see this is the 500 millibar pattern for tomorrow. And you can see for Sunday we're coming under that ridge, so going to continue dry with high pressure at the surface. The high pressure continues to migrate a little to the east, and as it does, moisture begins to increase, especially off to our west, like you saw on the QPF chart. By Tuesday, the ridge is just to our east, and that means that the influences of that trough could be felt, and we'll see a cold front coming through eastern Oklahoma, and that may drag into the area and perhaps bring us a small possibility of showers late Tuesday. That initial energy moves up into the Ohio River Valley. You can see it up there in northern Ohio. And the second one is still back to our west, and so that means the front kind of drags close by, but I don't expect a rain out on Wednesday, but we certainly will probably be contending with showers, especially a little bit to our northwest. That second one comes out, and but still the ridge is holding kind of tough for us, but that means we'll have something in the vicinity of us, and so it looks like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will be wet. There's another kicker coming in on Friday, and that one's a little bit further south, coming out of the Texas Panhandle, and that one will probably bring a pretty good surface low out of Texas, and so it looks like maybe a warm front coming north on Friday morning, and then that bringing in that trough on Saturday by midday on Saturday, and that should bring us an end to the rain. But notice also that as the rain ends in the day Saturday, that we get some cooler air, and then things sweep on out of here by Sunday, so Sunday should be dry. But we'll be watching that system, especially the latter part of the week, watching for how it develops. Now, going out into Voodoo Land, here's the first day of April, April Fool's Day, and you can see that there's a bit of an eastern trough, and that will drag another frontal system down into the area, but it looks like most of the cold air staying well to our north. And then by the 4th, here comes a pretty big system, and of course we're getting into the 1st of April here, and that one is now yesterday it had a little bit more of a severe weather look than this does, for us anyway, but certainly the possibility that that would be bringing an outbreak of severe weather around the 4th of April, and of course that's a pretty important day for us in central Alabama and the eastern half of the country. Well, thanks for tuning in. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. We appreciate it, and we'll plan on having one here tomorrow morning by about 8 o'clock or so. Hope that you have a great Saturday and certainly enjoy the spring-like weather. Godspeed.